If you like my videos, don't forget to follow me on social media to keep up to date with all the latest news regarding my channel and my content. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe below or at the end of the video. Alright, we're back on the road again and we're heading out to the local record store for another record store day. This is record store day number 11, I think. Heading back out with old mate Rick. 5th one we've done, I think. Again, if you don't know what record store day is, or if you haven't seen my vlogs for the last couple of years, basically it's just a big celebration of independent record stores where they release like a ton of limited edition vinyl records that you can go and pick up. I'm gonna have to go and fight off the crowds because every single year this thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't it? With these limited edition records, some of them they produce like 500, 1,000, a couple of thousand of them. That's like a worldwide number. So each record store only gets like a couple of them. So I'm gonna have to go in and like fight off the crowds. Luckily, again, the kind of records that I'm after, there's not always a huge crowd for. I'm always there for like the soundtracks and like Elvis records and stuff. So hopefully this year we're gonna have some luck. I've had luck every single year so far, haven't I? Mostly. The only thing I missed out on was the Space Jam record last year. I was a little bit disappointed with that, but again, it's the name of the game. You win some, you lose some. I mostly win. Let's hope I don't lose out this year. There's like 2 or 3 records I'm really after this year. All right, I've got to prepare myself for this. All right, we're coming up to the record store. That's it, just over here. And as always, there is quite a big line. It's actually, look at this. This line actually isn't as bad as past years. I reckon if I've looked back to last year's video, it's pretty much about at the same point that it was at last year when we got here. It's 8:10 at the moment. We got here at 8:30 last year. Some of these people line up from like 12 AM apparently. So there's some pretty full-on people here. So that's all right, 8 AM, I'm happy with that, and hopefully we can run in and get what I'm after. So let's do it, let's brave it. All right, I've got old mate Rick holding a line for me there. I want to go and do something. This is something that I do every time I come to one of these things. I come to a little bit of a scope. So we're going to go and have a look if we can see in the store. When you're running there, it's kind of like a first come, first serve kind of thing. You don't know where anything is going to be. But the good thing is you can kind of see in through these windows, kind of get a good idea of where some of the things are going to be. So what I usually do is I usually just kind of come to this window here and kind of do a little bit of a scope. You just kind of get a good idea of what's in there and where it is. Again, I'm only after like 2 or 3 different records this year. I'm just trying to see if I can spot any of the stuff that I'm after so that when they open this store, I can just like run straight in there. So I think really what it's gonna just come down to is me running to the usual sections and just rummaging through the racks and trying to find what I'm after. This is always the hard part. This is where it starts getting a little bit jittery. And when those doors open, oh my Lord, you get ready to see this. If you've never seen this before, it's insane. These people are ruthless. I'm just hoping I can get what I'm after this year. Okay, straight up, I can actually see one record that I'm after, which is the Sun Records compilation. They do one of these every year. I've got the last 4. I need this one. It's the 5th one. It looks like they've got quite a number of them in there, probably 6, maybe 7 of them. Yeah, so that is like right at the front of the store. That's gonna be my first port of call. I'm gonna run straight past that and then try and find everything else. So I should give a shout out to the place I've come to, which is Heartland Records here. This is the one I come to every year. This is the one that opens up first thing in the morning, 9 AM. There's not too many record stores in Melbourne, but this guy opens up first thing. So most people come to this one first, and then if they don't succeed in getting what they're after, they go to all the other ones that open later in the afternoon. So every year I've been successful, and I just really would just want to come to this place. And if it's no success, I'm not going anywhere else. I couldn't be bothered. So let's get back in line and prepare. The store opens up in about half an hour, so let's do it. All right, we're moving in. Let's do this. All right. right, let's do this. First port of call, Sun Records album. Let's grab that and then we're gonna go straight to the soundtracks. Crazy. See what I mean? Insane. Oh, trying to find the soundtrack I'm after and I can't seem to find it, so I don't know if it's here. Haven't found what I'm after yet. It's absolutely crazy in here. Couldn't find it in the soundtrack section, so not too sure. Like I said, it's an absolute frenzy in here every year. And I haven't been able to find what I'm after yet, so I'm a little bit worried at the moment. Not that I think too many people are after what I'm after, but it's still a little bit of a worry. So crazy now, you can't even move. My mood has gone from all the way up here right down here because it's just so crazy. But it's all part of the fun of it. I haven't really found what I'm after. As you can see, everything's flown off the shelves already, which is, again, it's a feeding frenzy. Look, some people in here have like 10, 20 records in hand. I've got one so far, that's it. I'm just gonna keep kind of looking around and see if I can find what I'm after, but I think I'm out of luck. Gets to a point where it just kind of bottlenecks in here and no one's moving. It was a feeding frenzy 5 minutes ago and now it's still. People are just waiting for their purchases now and get to the next record store that they need to. Look at that, can't even get out of here. I'm still trying to find what I'm after, but I can't move. I can't move. All part of the fun, just gotta keep reminding myself. Yeah, can you see if there's anything at the front of the store or see if you can ask someone or something, because I can't even get out of here. Like that front section, I'm up the back, I can't get out. This is pretty cool. This like Groot novelty vinyl. No idea what's on it. Guardians 2, obviously Baby Groot. There's probably one song on there. It might be the ELO song from the beginning of the movie. I'm not too sure. That's really cool, but look at that. 50 bucks for what is essentially probably a one song record. And it looks like it's actually a leftover from last year, 2017 record store day. So I'm trying to be good this time around and not buy too much just useless crap, as I usually do. It's tempting me, but I'm not. There was actually one this year from The Last Jedi. Same thing, but it was a Porg. I don't know. We'll consider that one. All right. I think I got what I'm after. Again, there's more people flooding in here by the moment. I'm feeling a little better. I found what I'm after. So a little bit of a smile on my face now, finally. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Oh my Lord. It's been right under my nose the whole time. It's always the way, isn't it? All right, so the only thing now is to try and figure out how to get out of this bloody place. Sorry, thank you. There's one more I was looking for. I wasn't too fussed if I got it or not. I got the ones I was really after today. So, and we're finally, I think the line's finally moving just a little bit. But again, there's always more people just kind of flooding in. I can move around a little bit now, which is good. Again, it's only a difference of a couple of minutes where it's a frenzy, and then everyone stops, and then you can move around again. and then it just stops. I think I'm just gonna have another kind of scour around, see if there's anything else, but I'm happy I got what I came for. As I was saying before, this is the Porg vinyl. Not a huge fan of the Porgs, so for the first year, I'm actually going to pass on one of the Star Wars vinyls. I don't need it, and at $50, yeah, if I can pass on Baby Groot, I can pass on the Porg. So we're gonna put this one back. This here is what Record Store Day is all about. Just some nice leafy greens. Leafy vegetables. Everyone out there, make sure you eat your vegetables. Nice lettuce leaf there, kids. Tomato plant, again, that's what Record Store Day is all about. Cheech and Chong, just getting the message out there, you gotta eat your vegetables. This is one of the Johnny Cash ones I was looking at actually. It's a single. This looks pretty cool. I've never actually bought a Record Store Day single. It's 25 bucks though, but I don't know. I think it's a red vinyl from memory from what I saw online. It's got 2 tracks on it. I'm not too sure what the deal with this is. There must be something special about it, but yeah, it's very cool. The Johnny Cash single there. Did you get anything this year, old man Rick? Nothing for old man Rick this year. It's been a lackluster year, I thought. Yeah. Sort of, for me anyway. I mean, everyone else in here had a field day, which is great. I had a great day too. There just weren't too many titles for me this year, it's good and bad. I mean, I like to stock up, but my wallet appreciates me not stocking up. All right, that is it. I'm calling it a day for Record Store Day 2018. We can get through here. It's cleared out now, so we can finally get up to the counter and pay. Let's do the damage and get out of here. It's been a good Record Store Day. It's been great. All right, that's it. Record Store Day 2018 is done. I got a couple of things that I was after. I missed one thing, which was the Elvis record. Sadly, couldn't find it in there, but I did get a couple of things that I was really after. Probably the 2 things that I was most after, so I'm very, very happy about it. It wasn't a complete bust this year. We're gonna go home and check out what we got. Let's do it. All right, that's it. Another year over. Record Store Day 2018 comes to a close. Seemed like a fairly eventful Record Store Day for most people. There were a lot of people who were walking out with stacks of like 10, 20 records, which is fantastic. There was a whole lot of titles out this year. For me though, it was somewhat uneventful. There weren't too many titles that I personally wanted to pick up. I missed out on one that I was interested in picking up, which of course was the Elvis record I spoke about, the 68 comeback vinyl. But look, I wasn't really 100% set on it. If I found it, I'd consider it. If I didn't, then I wasn't too bothered. Like I said, I've got all the music on CD anyway, so I'm not too fussed about that one. My wallet's like $75, $80 lighter for it anyway, so that's good. But I managed to pick up 2 other records, which were the 2 that I really, really, really wanted to get, so I'm super happy about that. Some years I've walked out of there with 6 or 7 records. This time around, I only walked out with 2, which once again, my wallet is all the more happier for. So let's do this really quickly. Let's have a look at the 2 records that I picked up this time round. Of course, first of all, I picked up this one. I had to get this one. This is the Sun Recording Company's Other Side of the Sun Part 2, which is Sun Records Curated by Record Store Day Volume 5. Really excited about this. I love these ones. They do these every single year. It's a compilation of tracks from the Sun Records vault. Of course, Sun Records were the record label that made Elvis and Johnny Cash and Roy Orbison and Jerry Lee Lewis. All those guys really, really famous. famous, and they had lots of great artists on their books as well. And these record store day ones are just a great way for them to be able to go through the vaults and pull out all these titles. Sometimes you get an Elvis or a Johnny Cash one on there, but usually it's some really obscure artists on there. They pull out these really obscure tracks that maybe haven't been pressed for a while or don't appear on compilation albums too much, and they just whack them on these. So there's 5 volumes of them. I've got all 5 volumes. It just happens that I've been to the last 5 record store days, so I've been able to get every single one of these so far. So I'm really happy about that, and there's a great number of really decent sounding tracks on there. A lot of artists I haven't heard of, some that I have heard of, so I'm really interested in listening to this. I just love this whole era of music, like 50s, 60s, rockabilly, alternative rock kind of stuff. So I can't wait to hook my teeth into that one. But the one that I did go there to grab, this is the one above all else. I knew I'd get the Sun Records one because I always do. This was the one I really wanted to get, and if I missed out on it, I would have been so upset. And in fact, I spent about 10 minutes trying to find this, 10 or 15 minutes, and there were none. I had old mate Rick, who was at the front of the store doing some filming, ask one of the guys whether they actually had much stock of it. They said they had quite a number of them. There were some supposedly on the walls, there were some in the racks, there were some down below the racks, but I didn't see them. And I got to the racks, I got to the soundtrack rack pretty quickly within a minute, and there were none there. So I kept going back doing quadruple check just to make sure I hadn't missed anything. You know, maybe someone had put one back, as happens. People just go in, they grab whatever they can, and then when they just kind of go through, they do a cull and they put stuff back. I was lucky because on about my 4th flick through the records, I found it. And it is, again, it's kind of obscure, but it is the soundtrack to Blue Planet 2. You all know I love my documentaries, especially my BBC Earth, David Attenborough documentaries, and this is just like a gem of my collection now. It has an original score by Hans Zimmer and 2 of his proteges, Jacob SHEA and David FLEMING. This is awesome. This is just for me especially, it's awesome. And Hans Zimmer is one of, if not my favorite composers. So I just had to get it. It's like double whammy for me, a BBC Earth on vinyl with a Hans Zimmer score. It's a really beautiful set. Double gatefold in here. I really like this thing that slips off the front right there. It's gorgeous. And the 2 vinyl are translucent blue, sort of like the ocean. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. These are going to just look stunning just spinning around. And the music on this is so euphoric and so beautiful. I'm so happy with this. Again, not the most eventful record store day for me as like in past years. There were no movie soundtracks I was really that interested in picking up. Usually I pick up heaps of movie soundtracks. That was really the only soundtrack that interested me this year, and again, just a really obscure title, and I think it's one that's going to be a gem of my collection because it's just awesome. It's really obscure and it's just my kind of thing, so I love it. Yeah, it was an eventful record store day, and I didn't spend as much money as usual. I think I spent about the 1/3 of the amount that I usually spend on records. Sun Records was $30 and Blue Planet was $65. It was actually quite a big pill to swallow that, but I had to have it. I just had to have it. Look guys, if this is the first video of mine you've seen, you've enjoyed this vlog, you'd like to see more like this in the future, reviews and stuff like that, then please do me a big solid and at the end of the video hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen and give me a bit of support. If you're feeling really generous, don't forget to hit that like button down below as well. It does a great deal in getting my videos out there. To all my regular viewers, thank you once again for joining me. To absolutely everybody out there, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though guys, take care and I hope you have a wonderful day. And good luck at Record Store Day if you're going out there to fight off those crowds. It's like fighting a flock of seagulls for the last chip. That's probably the best way I can put it. All right, guys, take it easy and good luck. I'll see you later.